Education Minister Stephen Lecce says he's going to end streaming in grade 9 in all Ontario schools starting with math. This is really exciting, but there are a lot of problems he hasn't addressed.
Starting with one subject? Clueless. Systemic barriers to streaming success are deep and cross-cutting.
It needs to be done, but there's a pandemic going on. I don't even know what day I'll be returning to school.
Streaming is a great first step. However, this change is necessary and complex, and will need much support and accountability so that students are successful.
To have the intended effect, streaming should be accompanied by reduced class sizes, and strict guidelines around classroom composition, training for teachers and supports for students. This provincial government does not have a track record of engaging in anti-racist education, anti-oppressive work, nor has it put the resources in schools to do so.
Just a minute. How is this going to be supported? How is this going to be implemented in the middle of COVID?
Ending grade 9 streaming in Ontario is a good first step. Building a better alternative is the next big one.
Now we need a solid, complete education policy that encompasses this piece.
Minister Lecce says the provision of education has become increasingly complex as the world changes. He's going to allow school boards to hire non-teachers as directors of education. There are lots of concerns about this as well.
Excuse me, sir, education is becoming more complex. And you're lowering the qualifications for directors? That doesn't make sense.
Minister Lecce says this change will allow school boards to choose from a wider pool of candidates with a broader skill set and who are representative of Ontario's diverse population.
But sir, the last 3 directors of education who were fired were already racialized. And school boards can already hire non-teachers with permission from the Ministry of Education. So how will this change anything?
Premier Doug Ford says any teacher who makes hateful slurs, they're done, they're gone. That makes sense. But what about racist trustees? They cannot be fired because they are elected. But shouldn't racist trustees be fired too? In the Ottawa Carleton District School Board, Trustee Donna Blackburn made comments that were racist and an abuse of her privilege. Minister Lecce, what are you going to do about that?
Trustee Donna Blackburn, your comments were racist and an abuse of your privilege. You must do the right thing and step down.
I'm not resigning.
What now, sir?
What is the Ontario Public School Boards Association saying about this?
Why is the association, that represents all trustees in the province, remaining silent on this issue? They advise the provincial government. Don't they want racist trustees gone too?
Sir, are you aware that school board employees cannot speak out about racist trustees? If we do, we get disciplined. The power structure needs to change.
14 of the province's 72 directors of education have left, or are leaving, at some point this year. That's an unprecedented number, about 20%.
Minister Lecce? Sir? I'm not sure if you're aware, but now we are seeing a mass exodus of directors of education across the province.
Minister Lecce says he's going to ban the discretionary suspension of kids in junior kindergarten to grade 3. That's really good news. But Mr. Lecce, will the police still be handcuffing 6-year-old black kids in school?
Thank you for de-streaming and for banning discretionary suspensions in junior kindergarten to grade 3, Minister Lecce. But what are you going to do about racist trustees, police presence in our schools, suspensions for older kids, de-streaming in JK to grade 8, de-streaming in other subjects besides math in high school, and financial support for these initiatives? This work is just beginning. We will not be satisfied with crumbs. De-streaming only grade 9 and no suspensions for grades 3 and under do not address issues of pervasive anti-black racism in Ontario schools.
So Minister Lecce, what are you going to do? Are you going to ignore all these problems in your equity strategy? Or are you going to do something about it? My mom says whenever there's a problem you should fix it. So, are you going to fix it?